Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Redmen TV. I am here live on a Friday night because Liverpool have gone transfer crazy, it appears, in the last sort of 24 hours. Not content with announcing Thiago Alcantara as Liverpool's new number 6. Finally to the deal. It looks like Liverpool are now close to announcing another acquisition, and that is Diogo Jota from Wolverhampton Wanderers. Has been widely reported from a host of journalists. I'll get through some couple of quotes in a moment, but keep us your thoughts coming in live in the comments right here, right now. What your thoughts are? Do you think that's a good move for the mighty Reds? Let's just jump over to Twitter. The two things that make this most Spears, who is a reporter for The Athletic, covers Wolves for The Athletic, and he is saying Diogo Jota is on the verge of leaving Wolves for Liverpool. Deal very close, fee upwards of £35 million. This is echoed by Joe Edwards, who writes for the Express and Star. And it sounds like Diogo Jota's move from Wolves to Liverpool is all but done, expecting confirmation over the weekend. And then obviously a little bit closer to home, we've seen Chris Bascom saying Liverpool are interested in Wolves' Diogo Jota. Melissa Reddy saying LFC closing in on Diogo Jota from Wolves in a deal expected to be in excess of £35 million. Simon Hughes saying Jota isn't just interest. There has been discussion and a feeling that a deal is close. And Dave O.C. Kopp is quoting the Mirror Football saying Liverpool hope to complete the deal for Jota tonight. Diogo Jota could well be a Liverpool player. Fabrizio Romano, who, let's be honest, is the man who's really won the transfer window this summer, he said Liverpool have not submitted an official bid to Watford for Ismaila Sarr. He's on the list but not advanced. LFC have opened official talks with Wolves today for Diogo Jota. The Portuguese winger is the main target. Jorge Mendes already contacted for personal terms, and it is 2025, so intimating a four-year contract, I guess. Four until it's 5. You get me. Yes, Sky Sports are putting up as well. Again, Liverpool are closing in a £35 million deal for Wolves for Diogo Jota that could be completed as early as Saturday. Coming hours after, of course, Alcantara was announced. What we know at the moment as well is that Liverpool, and this is what Sky Sports are reporting, Jota's arrival at Anfield could be made easier by Liverpool defender Ki-Jana Hoever moving to Wolves in a deal worth £10 million plus add-ons. So I don't know whether this is all part and parcel, but I think it's two separate deals being organised. But whether that's a sweetener as thing goes the other way. In fact, it was James Pearce earlier on today. Once again from Tim Spears, who's actually saying that James Pearce was quote tweeting it. As per Craig Hope, DM, Wolves are set to sign Liverpool defender Ki-Jana Hoever on a permanent deal. Fee quoted as $10 million for the 18-year-old. Wow. Yeah, Liverpool have just decided to go absolutely mad. So all the critiques, all the criticism in recent weeks of Liverpool not doing the business are completely gone out the window. Liverpool are doing the business. We've got a super chat here from Kloppite95, £5 super chat. Thank you so much, mate. It's turning out to be a top birthday today. Thiago and possibly Jota wrapped up in 24 hours. Up the mighty Redmen. Michael Edwards is a god. He genuinely is fantastic. What a fantastic man at doing his job, and shouldn't we all just give him all a little bit more time and space to just do what they do best? Let us know your thoughts on the Ki-Jana Hoever stuff, actually, because that kind of came out first. We saw those rumours earlier on in the day that he was going to be allowed to move for £10 million. Now, £10 million for a lad who's played a smattering, a handful of first-team appearances, and largely in the domestic cups as well. And we think back to his debut coming on in the FA Cup for the injured Dejan Lovren as a 16-year-old. Some people saying £10 million for that lad is that's a great deal. That's a little bit nonplussed, if I'm honest, my first thoughts on it, because I think he's really, really, really talented, and you don't want to let talented young players go, but makes you wonder. And we'll be discussing this more on the website. We will do a Diogo Jota special this weekend if and when it gets completed, of course. But I wonder whether it's just a case of, if he's a right back, that he's behind Trent and Nico Williams. They must have decided that he is behind Nico Williams. And if they're happy they're going to be Liverpool's fullbacks going forward, and particularly Trent, there's no chance he's getting a game at right back. And then in terms of centre half, you know, Joe Gomez is just entering his prime years, and then of course they got Sepp van der Beek and Cometio and Virgil and Matip, and they just must just think he's got no chance of getting his game there. And sometimes you can stockpile players and you can keep loaning and whatever, and maybe they just thought £10 million, and if it makes the Diogo Jota thing happen a little bit more easier, and that is a position Liverpool have definitely needed more support for the front three, then a very, very good thing indeed. But yeah, Shavat Spray Art saying, pants off, run around naked in the street for 2 minutes, lol. And then I think it's Ross in the comments here saying, pants off for Edwards. Yeah, everyone get your pants off for Mickey Edwards. One thing of note, actually, I really like about this, in my cursory research into him, of course, Anfield, easy for me to say. Maybe I can't say because they're another Liverpool media institution. The Anfield Index, the brilliant people at the Anfield Index, have been talking about him and being linked. And the AI Under Pressure, you can have a look at this tweet at AI Under Pressure on Twitter. They are saying, we are seriously excited about the Diogo Jota links, almost a statistical, like also easy for me to say, almost a statistical clone of Sadio Mane at Southampton. And I would go and check the thread. I was like, I won't do it justice just reading it to you here. But when you compare 22, 23-year-old Jota to 22, 23-year-old Sadio Mane, all the metrics, the minutes played, XG per 90, expected assists per 90, shots per 90, and then a bunch of other things that I honestly don't fully understand, per 90s, etc., all very, very comparable. And they're saying there's a very, very strong comparison, even at the moment, with Jota being 5 years younger. It's not necessarily a glory sign. It's not necessarily the sign in that, you know, I mean, people, if it's a toss-up between him and Ismail Assar, where do you fall on that? The talk seems to be that Sarr is just, Watford are just asking too much money. So are we seeing another Jamal Lewis, Kostas Tsimikas situation where Liverpool are just not going to mess around? You know, they're going to inquire. They've got a list of players that they want, and if the fees are right, then they'll make that deal happen. Super chat here, Akil Mohammed, do we need a centre back? Are we in for some centre back? Interesting question. My honest feeling is right now, who knows? Genuinely, who knows? Like 3 days ago, we weren't signing Thiago. We weren't signing anyone. We've got no money. We're all happy or trying to spin the narrative. It's great. Liverpool are boss. We won the league by 18 points or whatever. We're fine with no signings. And now we've just signed the best centre midfielder in the world into already the best team in the world, and now we're signing what was another obvious addition that we needed as another guy to play in the front three. So honest answer is there might be a centre half. You never know. It might be Thiago Friday, it might be Jota Saturday, and it might be some centre back Sunday. You'll have to stay tuned to the YouTube channel for when that happens. We'll bring it to you. But my thought is at the moment, without concrete links to any of that, and bear in mind there wasn't a concrete link to Jota 24 hours ago. With Thiago, with Henderson, if Wijnaldum's sticking around, if Naby Keita, Oxlade-Chamberlain, Curtis Jones, I wonder whether Fabinho's just the fourth choice centre half, because you don't want to play him there, but if you have to, you know, if you've got Jordan Henderson playing the six, you're still sound. If you've got Thiago playing the six, you're still sound. If you've got, you know, we're pretty well stocked, and that might just mean that, you know, we might not see him very often in there, but it could well be a thing. Right, we got we might well have another super chat. If you want to keep your super chats coming in, I'll be live for another minute or so, I reckon. Josh Hall, I think he's just sent a fiver. Thanks, Josh. It's just that'll be my pint. I won't get a pint to celebrate with that. If you want to leave a comment, just with that, just lash it in quickly, and I'll try and find it. But yeah, MP 96 in a downward throw is next. Yeah, I don't think so. I wouldn't think so. I think this will be. I think all Liverpool. The only hole in Liverpool's squad remaining, if Jota is finally completed and it's all done, let's just say it is for the sake of argument, done and dusted. It is a centre half. I don't see that Liverpool need another winger then. I think, and obviously some of this will be dependent on who goes out. If Brewster goes out, if we get a decent bid for Origi, maybe another one for the front three. I don't know, but at this time, right here, right now, Friday night, party time, party central here at Redmen TV HQ. I'm not sure we need much more, to be perfectly honest, and maybe that's something for the future. But right now, I think it's pretty cushy. I think you can all agree with that, really. Yes. Okay. Fabulous. Thank you so much for joining us. Live here on a Friday night where Liverpool have decided to just basically make the transfer window the bitch, and they're loving it every single second of it. How are you feeling? Was someone say, can you apologize for tweeting your happy Everton side, James Rodriguez? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I cohabit with toffees on an almost daily basis. I've reached the point where I just feel a bit sorry for them. And you know what? Everton are not going to be anywhere near as good as Liverpool this season. But if they can be better than Spurs, and if they can be better than Man United, or they can be better than Arsenal, I would think that would be fucking amazing as far as I'm concerned. So no, I'm happy for my Evertonian friends. And I'm sure if you live, I'm sure if you've got mates in school or people you grew up with who are Evertonians, you'll have a sense of happiness for them anyway. But Liverpool are mad. Are you happy? If you are happy, then drop a like on the video. If you want more Thiago Alcantara stuff, there is a special Redmen React show to the signing on the redmentv.com right now. Go over and sign up. Get sorted. In addition to that, we had former Liverpool CEO in the studio today. We did a massive chat. There's going to be a 3-part Peter Moore in-depth special coming out on the website very soon indeed as well. Perfect time to get signed up. There is going to be a Reds transfer roundup show going on Monday. We're going to wrap up all the Diogo Jota stuff. If it's done and dusted, we're going to wrap up more of the Thiago stuff. We're going to look at what else is going to happen. We're going to analyze the squad. It's going to be an amazing show. And of course, there's just every week supporting this amazing football club of ours. If you're live on YouTube right now and you want some Boss merch as well, there is a brand new Thiago t-shirt on our store, on our merch store. It's great as well. Have a look underneath the YouTube video. Scroll along, have a little browse, click through, look at the Thiago t-shirt. That is a belter. We've got one last super chat that's just crept in. Aswin Jose. So Edwards and Co dragged on for 3 months to convince them a $5 million initial fee, and then fee, and then deal, yes, and then boom, we are on like that. Absolutely, Michael Edwards is just brilliant at his job. Liverpool are a draw. Thiago Alcantara, one of the best football players in the world, playing for one of the biggest football clubs in the world, who are reigning European champions, by the way, has decided that he just wants to come and play for Liverpool. We are fucking massive. Liverpool are massive. And they always have been, but they just haven't had the skills to pay the bills. Literally at times, we have now. We're the best team in the world. We're the best team in England. And we're signing the best players in the world to match our already existing best players in the world, and getting transfer decisions right on a regular basis, which hasn't been the case for most of my time supporting Liverpool, but it is now. Get the Michael Edwards statue crowdfunded right now, get it cast in bronze, and get it ready to go outside probably the new expanded Annie Road stand in a couple of years' time. But yes, right, guys, thank you. Have an amazing Friday. Do drop a like on this video, and do check back on Sunday for the game. 10 minutes before the team news comes out, which is 3:20. We're going to be there doing a team news reaction show. We're going to be doing a live commentary. Will Thiago make his debut? Come and join us for that live in the studio on Sunday afternoon. And up the mighty Redmen. Have a boss weekend.